Okay, welcome back, everyone. It is week one, day one of Python. We are going to hit the ground running today. Let's get started. Um, and we'll talk about what this month of January is going to look like. And I hope you guys had a nice break over the, not weekend, but over the break. And so let's talk about what we'll do today and the rest of the month, as I said. So we'll start with a couple icebreakers. We'll just talk about who we are again, introduce each other to one another. We have a few TAs and instructors here beside myself. And if you don't remember me or know me, my name is Josh. I'm an instructor here at the Coding Dojo. I've been an instructor here for over a year. Get my mic closer. And we have plenty of other instructors. I'll let them introduce themselves as well. Before I joined coding, I was a customer service specialist and fraud analyst and language interpreter. So I did a lot of stuff. I was a jack of all trades, and I did some teaching as well. And finally joined the tech world, and I'm glad to be here. It's awesome. So now that you're here, it's my job to get you through so that you're job ready, just as I was. After I finished the dojo, I worked a little bit in the industry. I worked at a bank for about a year and came back as an instructor. So let's go ahead and without further ado, get started. After we do some more icebreakers and intro in a few, we'll start our first lecture at 10. I know this doesn't say here. Let's do the lecture here. Lecture. And then you'll have some time afterward to do a pair programming activity if that's what you desire. You can study on your own. You have a lunch break, and then we have an afternoon lecture check-in today. Okay, so today is going to be an intro to Python day. We're going to be talking about what the difference is in the syntax and the way that the language is written between Python and JavaScript, right? Because that's the language we've all been learning so far. And so we're going to learn the differences between Python. It's not going to take long. It's just going to take one day to get familiar with Python. So we'll finish this by the end of today. And the end of the day goal is going to be to go through this nested dictionaries and lists assignment. So we'll go through the platform and assignments in just a bit. And then the next couple days, we are going to be, it's going to be 2 days together of learning object-oriented programming. Okay. And I think we can also see this on this thing that says, what does it say? Emotional journey. Yeah, here we are. We can zoom in on this as well. Let's just get a better picture through this here. Here's a stress level meter as well. So the first day, we're just going to be easy going, learning Python. First day is never hard. Second day, we're learning object-oriented programming. It's a slight advance in topic and difficulty. So that subject is going to be for the next 2 days. Close this. Leave. Yes. Okay. So that's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, object-oriented programming. And well, I won't talk too much about what that is, but we know what objects are from JavaScript, right? Who can tell me what an object is? Quick definition. Shouldn't be that hard.
Object key pair.
Key pair. There we go. It's a composite data type that holds a data and key value pair. So how does this help us with programming? Well, we're going to learn tomorrow. And so we'll do this for the next couple days, and then Thursday and Friday we're going to be doing our introduction to Flask. Now, what is Flask? Let's look here. Flask, this is like the stress meter here. It's going to be slightly more advanced as well. And what this does is it ties in a Python backend with what you've already been able to build as a front end, which is with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So that front end we want to connect it to the back end. Remember, we've been using the restaurant analogy, and we've been talking about how, the front view of the restaurant could be something like what you see and can create as far as what the user can see in the UI of your site or app. The back end is what we are going to be using to route, whatever clicks they make to a database. And so how that's all connected is through what's called Flask. So imagine Flask is this container, right? A flask for flask of water contains water. This contains everything. It contains the Python code as well as the front end code, puts it all together, and then we can make a complete program with Flask. So we'll take a couple days, Thursday and Friday, to learn this. And then on Monday, we have a day off for MLK Day. And then on Tuesday, we start back again. So normally we would have our lectures not as crammed as what we have here. We have an extra day to yourself to study whatever topic. I would encourage you what to study based on what you're struggling with by then. But on Tuesday, we are going to be learning MySQL. So Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we're going to be learning MySQL, and that's the database part. So here we are. We're back to after Flask, we go back down. Our stress level kind of goes down a little bit because SQL is its own language in a sense. It's a way of getting information and inserting information into a database. And we're going to be talking a lot about the CRUD concept after doing these couple days of work. So after learning how to ask the database for information and put the data information in the database. And again, a database, what we use in our analogy, we can maybe compare it to like the refrigerator where food is stored, right? It has to be stored in an organized way for the chefs to pull that out. And so the database is important, how we store information and how we inquire it. There's a proper way to do it. And it's all through code. All right, so once we finish these couple days of MySQL or SQL injections, and MySQL is a program that we use to make these SQL injections and queries easy to work with. So it's this whole sort of platform or program that we'll be using called MySQL. We'll get that installed. We'll get that working these days. And then after we figure out how to use the database on its own, we are going to be connecting then our MySQL database with our Flask application that we would have left off before the MLK weekend. Right? So now we're bringing it all together on Thursday. And so this day here is pretty important. Not one day you really want to miss because all the information moves really fast. Okay. So on this day, we're going to be talking about the concept of a CRUD application. It's really simple. It's an acronym: create, read, update, and delete. That's what all programs do. They can create data, you insert it in a form, you read data, you pull up something that it's already been created. You update the data, which means you can edit it or that you delete it, right? Think of a save file in a video game that you've played. You create a file, you can read it once you load it, you can update it once you play it and add a new save, or you can delete the file altogether, right? So we're going to be talking about how we can make that appear in our application, CRUD applications. And then on Friday, we're going to bring in what the concept of MySQL relationships are. All right. This is really important. It's going to tie into your test, but there's a way that data is organized in the database that when we want to pull information, we're going to have to learn how to ask the database in a certain way. And it requires us to understand how relationships work in the database. All right. So let's take a look at the emotional journey. At this point, when we're going from SQL queries to tying it with Flask to making it full stack, you can already see the stress levels rising, right? So just want you guys to anticipate that. That's what we're going to be going through. Next, we have, after we finish this day here, and we're gonna have plenty of activities throughout to help you guys learn, just like we did the web fundamentals. All right. So then the third week is test week, right? This is the big week for all of us. This is my test as well. My test is for you guys to all pass through the finish line on Wednesday, right? Just like the web fundamentals, you have several attempts at this test, and you can spread them out uh, until until the week 4, Wednesday of week 4, right? So we have this Python exam coming up on week 3, but before that, day 3 of week 3, yeah, and before that, we have validations. So this is going to be the final piece to the puzzle. What validations are is they check to make sure that your app is secure, that people are not injecting or inserting data that shouldn't be there in your application. So, for example, let's say this is the main thing I did when I was working at the bank. I had to work on the front end, and I had a lot to work with validations, but I did them on the front end as well. But this had to do with when someone wanted to create an account, username, first name, all this information. You want to make sure that they're entering the right data in the right form, right? You don't want numbers where only letters should be for like a name, right? Or you don't want letters or to be where a date would be. So you have to validate your form and make sure that also that's protected from hackers as well. There's a certain way that your form can get like vulnerable to hackers if they do what's called a MySQL injection. So we have to cover for that as well, which means we're gonna have we're gonna learn a little hacking, but it's good. It's to protect ourselves. And so we'll be doing that on Monday and Tuesday. Um, and then every day of the week in the morning, we'll be doing algos as well, except for today, right? So except for today, we're going to be doing algos each day. We have that sectioned off at the first part of the day. And after validations, once we finish and wrap that up, we have our test. Because once we've added validations to our application, we have something that's very similar to the test already. And you guys will be ready to take the test by then. Right? So then we have exam day on Wednesday. So we have a couple, then we have these bonus lecture days. I may change this topic depending on how I feel by then. Um, but we have Thursday and Friday for retakes, for projects, because on week 4, we get to make our projects, right? And that's the best part. That's when we get to take what we've learned, just like we did in one web fundamentals. We made our exam work, so we know that we had the skill, and then we can take that skill and apply it to however we like. Make yourself an application related to your passion or a hobby or business that you already have. And it will be very interesting to see how you guys develop this. So I'm really looking forward to it. And let's get through this month, everyone. So it's fantastic to meet you all. Again, my name is Josh, and I'm sure we'll get to know each other even better. I know we met all once before, so I hope you guys feel comfortable with me already. Um, what else should I say about myself? I think that's pretty much it. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of talking about myself. Let's all do an icebreaker just to ease into this month. We're coming back from a long break, and it's going to be a hard month ahead. So we got the necessary rest, I hope. And so let's go around the room. I'll ask our instructors to go ahead and go first. Let's do just a quick introduction because this month we have a special privileged month of having bonus instructors here as our TAs. So we have plenty of help this month, as although this is going to be a really difficult month, you have all the help you need, all right? There shouldn't be any reason to worry. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll pick on the instructors here. And also we have our TA Vincent. I've worked with Vincent before. He's great to work with. I love to pick on anyone and everyone, especially Vincent, because he's so great. So Vincent, he's the man. And well, let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves. Tyler, do you want to go first?
Sure, but I don't know how I'm going to compete with Vincent being the man. So um, it's all about the mustache, right?
Yeah.
Um, anyways, I'm Tyler Tebow. I've been an instructor here with Coding Dojo since late 2020. I've gone through the Python stack many, many times. Um, Before Coding Dojo, I was a student at Coding Dojo. And before that, I got my BA in primary education and taught little kids. So I went from little kids to bigger kids. So um, I'm here for support. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. That's that's about it for me.
Awesome. And we have two Tyler instructors here, so we'll call that Tyler Tyler T. And then,
The other Tyler's name is Bruce. So
yeah, we'll call this Tyler
yeah.
Bruce because it just sounds nice.
I really should change my name. I know. So I'm the other Tyler. I've been with Coding Dojo for about 2 years or so. I've mainly taught Python. Before joining Coding Dojo, I was a teacher. I taught middle school for 7 years, and before that, I was a LA County deputy sheriff. So, but please don't hold that against me. Um, Python is my favorite language. I absolutely am in love with Python. I love doing this. This is my dream job. I would do this for free if my wife would let me. So, um, I'm here for you. All of us are here for you. Please, please. Python moves very, very fast. So stay on top of the assignments. I will be the one checking your assignments. So a couple of you have already submitted them. So nice job. Keep it up because it comes fast. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with all of you.
Thank you, Tyler Bruce. Appreciate that. And we have another instructor, Kyle.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Kyle, and I have been programming now for seriously for over 10 years, although I wrote my first program when I was 8 years old. It is in my blood, and I love it. I got my start in video game mods, so if any of you guys are interested in that kind of thing, I'd love to, shoot the breeze about that. But yeah, I've been with Coding Dojo for a little over 2 years, just like my colleagues here, and Python is something that I have worked a lot with. So yeah, if you guys need any help whatsoever, I am more than happy to assist. I am from Seattle, Washington. Yep, land of the rain and cold. And fun fact about me, I am a keyboardist. Well, yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Very nice. And I have to say, Kyle is an awesome keyboardist. And well, anyway, I won't expose Kyle. And
That's
last
fine.
but not least, we have our TA Vincent. Vincent, take it away.
Hello, all. Excited to work with you guys. Let's see. I also went through the boot camp myself, so don't hesitate to reach out to myself or any of the instructors here. We have the knowledge, or we can find the answer somehow. There will be ups and downs. This is the very beginning of most people's coding journey. So, like I said, don't be afraid to ask. Meet your other cohort mates. That's how I got through the boot camp, is pairing up with the smart people and hanging on the entire stack. Just a little blurb. I like participating in triathlons. I like playing board games, video games, reading manga, cooking, traveling. And to answer some of the questions I put in the chat there for those who don't know what to say. Let's see, I'm in California, and I think I normally put my left shoe on first. May depend on the day.
You put your left shoe on first.
Yeah.
Well, hey, everyone's got their own style. I sometimes put my right shoe on twice. So take it off, put it back on, just make sure it's on. All right, everyone. By the end of this month, you'll be sick of me and my humor. But while I have you, I have you. So let's go around the room a little more and let's introduce ourselves to one another. Just say something quick about yourself, maybe something you did over the weekend, or something you're interested in learning in doing with the being able to code in Python, making a full stack app. So I'll go around. I'll just pick on people as I see them listed on my Zoom chat here. Mickey.
Yo, hello. Nice to see you again, Joshua. Cool. Yep. Most all my other cohort mates know me. I'm Mickey. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Prior to joining Coding Dojo, I actually did work in tech on circuit boards. So I'm kind of used to that a little bit. Like we'd actually diagnose issues and including like in our reports, the technical documentation on how to fix it and stuff like that. I even wrote documentation on how to program boards in the field for those guys. Before that, customer service. And that was actually after I got out of the military. So I'm going to pick on other T here. It's okay. I was on the green side. We can have our fun joking with each other. So yeah, no, now I'm just kind of enjoying life, having a nice family. This weekend, actually, my wife and I were planting our garden for the spring. Saying that actually came up to another fun project was a actually making a full stack app to track like how we plant things and how they do over the years so we can kind of
Nice.
figure out what works best for us. So we can
Awesome.
kind of have like a little gamification in there and a chart that visualizes success and yields. So that'd be another fun project to do. So yeah. Left or right shoe, but it has to feel right. Otherwise, being athletic, you got to take it off and put it on to make sure the mojo's right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
All
What
right.
else comes to
Thank you, Mickey. And up next, we have Simon.
Hello, I'm Simon. I'm from Minnesota, and I lived here most of my life. I also lived in Iowa for 6 years for school and work for a bit. Hobbies. I like going to the gym, video games, traveling, stuff like that, learning new things. Left or right shoe? I have no idea. I don't think about it when I put my shoes on. I'm assuming it's variable, like just changes every time, but I'm probably gonna think about it now and figure out which one it is. But yeah, I have no idea.
Yep, that's a good answer. All righty. Thank you, Simon and Mr. Nien.
Hello, my name is Nian Yuan. You can call me Jack. Originally from Taiwan and now living in Sunnyvale, California. So, hobby I like traveling, a little bit cooking, and drinking alcohol.
Okay.
And then, and then I will put my left shoes first. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Put your left shoe first. Got it. All right. And Miss Keisha. Hello, Keisha.
Hi, everybody. My name is Keisha. My hobbies are pretty much crafts and taking care of my kids. I'm in Washington also. I'm in Spanaway, Washington. And I believe I put on my left shoe first.
Okay. I'm glad everyone knows what they're up to in the morning. All right. And next up we have Miss Valerie.
Hi, my name is Valerie. My hobbies are I like going to the gym. I'm a big foodie. Um, and I'm from Stockton, California, and I put my right shoe on first.
Oh, okay. We have someone different here. Okay, thank you, Valerie. And next up we have Mr. Jacob Harris.
Hello, my name is Jacob. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I come from a background in construction, and I'm excited to learn some Python and build my first full stack web application.
Awesome. Awesome. Super cool that you came from construction because like one of the things I motivated me to do Python where coding was like I wanted to avoid construction work. I was like, that's back-breaking work. But the funny thing is I broke my back anyway coding because you sit so long. Oh, you got to get a standing desk, everyone. So thank you, Jacob. And up next we have Hakeem Alabi.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Akeem, born in Nigeria. I've been here since I was 13 years old. Own my own business now and also did law enforcement for 9 years with Kennebec County Sheriff's Office in Maine. and my hobby is traveling, watching sport, and gaming when I have time. So and I'm a right footer. So
There we go.
yep.
And Hakeem, you maybe should do voice acting as well. That's an awesome voice you have.
I know. Like, thank you.
Up next, we have Mixie.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mixie. I'm from Michigan. Before Coding Dojo, I did customer service. So I'm making a career transition. My hobbies include playing tennis, watching movies, and trying new foods. Um, Honestly, I don't know what shoe I put on. I'm usually always rushing out the door, so I honestly don't know.
You can slip both on at the same time if just if they're sandals, you just jump in.
I usually do that,
Oh, there we
but
go.
yeah, that's why I wear sandals for because I need to like get out that door.
Jumping
But
in.
the
Yep.
sneakers, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mixie. And next up, we have Miss Brooks.
Good morning. I'm Brooks. I'm actually originally from Michigan as well. I lived there until I was about 13-ish. And then I moved here to Vegas. So I actually live in Vegas now, about 20 minutes outside the city. So not like in it, but outside of it. What do I do? I like my cat. I just got a cat about within the year. She's very sweet. Love hanging out with her. I like singing, doing a lot of vocal stuff. Pretty sure I'm a right shoe type of girl. Oh, and then my background, I'm pretty new to the tech world in general. I've always been very interested in it. I just haven't had an opportunity to do it yet professionally. I came from UNR college up in Reno, and I did that for a little bit trying to do law, and I just kind of decided it wasn't my vibe. Kind of wanted more of a work-life balance, less reading, more interactive stuff. But yeah, that's me.
Cool. All right. Well, nice to meet you, Brooks. Up next, we have Austin, and we have then after Austin, 6 more people. So let's get this wrapped up, and then we'll have our first lecture in about 30 minutes. Austin, take it away.
Well, morning, everyone. I'm Austin. I'm from Corona, California. My hobbies are watching sports, playing sports, going hiking, doing stuff like that. And I put my left shoe on first.
Okay. Consistently. So you know that you do that every time. Yeah. That's good.
Yes, so.
All right. Thank you, Austin. Johnny. That's all right. We can skip Johnny. And next up, we have DeAndre.
Uh,
Hi, DeAndre.
all right, sorry about that. Fumbling with my computer. Yeah, I'm DeAndre. I'm from Alabama. I have no real tech background. I was in Troy University planning pre-med, but I just like tech, so I came into Coding Dojo instead. And I'm here now. And definitely right foot every time.
Every time. All right. There we go, DeAndre. Nice to meet you, sir. And next up, Abisai.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abisai. I'm a big One Piece fan. I used to be a line cook over here in Denver, Colorado. Um, Hobbies, I love volleyball. That's pretty much it.
Do you go by any other names besides Abisai, or do you go by Abby?
Abby.
What can I say? I'll say Abisai. I just gotta get used to it.
You can say Abby, but
okay. Either way. Thank you, sir. Next up, James Fern.
Hi, I'm James. I'm a writer. I like sunsets, candlelit dinners, and long walks on the beach. No, I actually don't. I don't really care about the beach that much. Uh, I like football, or I mean, I liked football until last night. But if the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl, I think I'm just gonna stop watching it forever.
Okay. Yeah, if they stop, then you can just go back to the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next up, we have Oriole.
Hello, everyone. My name is Oriol Silva. My hobbies are swimming and hiking. I'd much rather prefer swimming, though. I also like rock climbing. I worked with SQL in a professional corporate environment before, and I have some Python experience from just reading a random Python book I picked up at Barnes and Nobles. Um, Other than that, excited to be here. And I am located in South Carolina, and I was born in Brasilia, Brazil. Cool.
Very good. Do I know any Portuguese? Obrigado. That's all I know. Manjira.
Hi, hello Josh and everyone else. Hello to the new instructors on the call today. Very excited to have so many of you here. And welcome all back from the break. I had a good break too. So it's nice to be back to learning because it's scary to have such a big break. I had some coding experience before, so that's what's helping me with this course. Had some Python too, a little bit over the break. So I'm excited to learn more. And hobbies are just having friends and cooking and playing things with kids, games. So besides that, I like coding too. So so that's something. It's nice, it goes well with the course. So what else? Yeah, I'm very excited and looking forward to the course. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Manjira. I think that's everyone. Did anyone not get picked on that would like to say something that I missed? Okay. All right, cool. Well, I said we would hit the ground running, and we didn't do an algo this morning because I didn't want to overwhelm us with all this, introduction that we had to get through. But you guys know how the dojo works. You guys have gone through it a month already, so I don't need to explain all that. You know each other already. This was mainly for the other instructors since we got to know each other during WebFun. And so again, glad to be here with you guys. We'll call it the end of this period here, and we'll meet again in about 25 minutes. And when we meet, we'll do our first introduction to Python. All right. So we have a lot of information to cover today. Take a nice break, go to the bathroom, get some food, whatever you have to do. We have a handful of information that we have to learn. And we're going to do another lecture this afternoon as well as a check-in. Okay. So lots of information to cover. And so we'll meet again at 10 Mountain Time, everyone. So thank you again. We'll open up the breakout rooms and stop the recording. So let me go ahead and get started.